How good, sweet nurse? O Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the sound of sweet music by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
I would I had thy bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee. Speak, good nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, when thou hast breath, to say that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale that dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Tell me of that. Say either. What? Answer to that. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll say the circumstance. Is thy news good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice, for you know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excel all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What have you dined at home?
No, but all this I did know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. It beats as it fall in 20 pieces.
What head have I?
Oh, what head have I? It beats as it fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back. Other side. Oh, my back, my back. Besure your heart for sending me about to catch my death with Johnny up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Well, your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and I'll warrant a virtuous,
And handsome.
oh, and a handsome, and I'll warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. How oddly thou repliest.
Where should she be?
Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here is such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got to leave to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband and make you his wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to the cell. I must another way.
To church.
Huh? Hie you to the church. I must another way. To fetch a ladder by which your love must climb. Soon, wait. Why?
To fetch a ladder by the which your love.
To fetch a ladder by which your love must climb. Soon when it is a bird's nest, soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, out to dinner. Hie to the cell.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
Sing speed.
Oh, honey, nurse, what news? Hast thou of him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good, sweet nurse. Oh, Lord, why lookest thou sad? If news be so, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Goodness, speak.
Hey, Sue, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath? To say to me that thou art out of breath. The excuse that dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll say the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his legs excel all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they not to be talked on, yet they are past compare, he is not the flower of courtesy. But I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What have you dined at home?
No, but all this I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It beats as if it would fall in 20 pieces. For sure your heart was suddenly about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
I, Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and a handsome. A courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and all worn, a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou replies. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this a poultice I get for my aching bones? Henceforth, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to ship today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet, straight at Eddie News. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon as it is dark. I am the judge and toil of your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, out to dinner, hie to the church, hie to cell, sorry.
High to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
Mistress, what mistress? Juliet, fast, I want her she. Why lamb, why lady, fie, you slug a bed. Why love, I say, madam, sweetheart, why bride? What, not a word? You take your penance worth now and sleep for a week for the next night I warrant. Of the canny parents has set up his rest, that you shall rest a little. God forgive me, Mary and amen. How soon is she asleep? I must say to wake her. Madam, madam, madam. He'll take you in the county will take you in your bed and he'll fright you up, I faith. Will it not be? What? Dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady, lady, lady. Alas, alas, help, help, my lady's dead. A holiday that ever I was born. So welcome be to home. My lord, my lady.
What noise is here?
Only a little day.
Nurse, what is the matter?
Look, look, a heavy day.
Oh me, my child, my only life. Look up, or I will die with thee. Help, help, call help. For shame, bring Juliet forth, her Lord is come. She's dead, deceased, she's dead. Alack the day, she's dead, she's dead, she's dead.
Ha, let me see her. Oh, alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled, and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untended frost upon the sweetest flower in all the fields.
Oh lamentable day, oh woeful time.
Death hath taken her hence to make me wail, ties up my tongue, will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, had death lain with thy wife, there she lies, far as she was defathered by him. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir. My daughter he hath wedded, I will die and leave him all.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day, most miserable hour that ever time saw and lasting labor of this pilgrimage. But one poor and loving child, but one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cool death and catch it from my sight. Oh woe, oh woeful, woeful, woeful day. Most lamentable day, most woeful day that ever I did yet behold. Oh day, oh day, oh day, oh hateful day. Never was seen so black a day as this. Oh woeful day, oh woeful day.
Beguiled, divorced, drawn in, spied and slain, most detestable death by thee beguiled. Cruel, cruel, the cloud overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love and death.
Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed, in comfortable time why camest thou now to murder our solemnity? O child, my soul, my child, dead art thou, alack, my child is dead. Oh, my child, my joys are buried.
Peace, ho, for shame. Confusions care lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid, and now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her could not keep her from death, but heaven in his part shall keep her in eternal life.
The most
you sought was her promotion, and for 'twas heaven she should be advanced. And we be now seeing she is advanced above the clouds as high as heaven itself. You love, oh that you love your child so ill, you would run mad seeing she is well. She is not well married that lives married long, but is best married that dies married young. Dry your tears and stick your rosemary in this fair course, and as custom shows it, bear her to church in her best array. For though raw nature bids us ill amend, nature's tears are reason's betterment.
All things we ordained carnival turn from their office to black funeral. Scene.
See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not be but sworn thy love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is thy enemy, though art thyself, though not a Montague. Without that title, Romeo doffs thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I'll never be Romeo.
What man art thou bescreened and nice, so stumblest on my counsel? By a name.
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it's an enemy to thee. Had I written it, would I tear the word?
Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, either thee dislike.
How camest hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place doth, considering who thou art, if any kinsman find thee here.
Love's light wings that o'er-perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love's attempt, thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I'm proof against their avidity.
Yeah. It's been a ride.
Dost thou love me? I note thou wilt say aye.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, and I'll believe thee.
But my heart's dear
Well,
love.
do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. Good night, good night.
Scene.
Happily met, my lady, my wife. That may be when I be your wife, sir. That may be must be love on Thursday next. What must be, shall be. Have you come to make confession to this father? To answer that, I should confess to you. Do not deny him that you love me. I'll confess to you that I love him. So will ye. I am sure that you love me.
You're lying. If I do so.
If I do so, it'll be spoken of a more price, being spoken behind your back, and then to your face. Poor soul, thy face is much abused by tears. The tears have a small victory by that, for it was bad enough before the start. Thou wrongest more than the tears by that report. It is no slander, sir, which is the truth. And when I spake it to my face. Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it. It may be so, for it is not mine to own. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Until then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss. Scene.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, Capulet's abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape the brawl. For these days hot, the mad blood is stirring.
Thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me a sword upon the table, and says, God send me no need of thee. But the operation of the second cup draws it on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, come, the word is hot a jack in thy mood is any in Italy, and is soon moved too moody, and is soon moody too moved.
And what two?
Nay, and there were two such. We should have none surely, for one would kill the other. And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art. For any man shall buy the fee simple of my life for $1.
Be simple, oh simple.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel I care not.
Follow me close, for I will not speak to them. Gentlemen, good den, a word with one of you.
About a word with one of us? Couple it with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and will give me an occasion.
Did you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What douse make us minstrels? Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public contemplate. Either withdraw into some private place, or all and reason coldly of our grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Will peace with you. Sir, here comes my man.
Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, I hate to bear thee, can afford no better than this. Art thou a villain?
Tybalt, the reason that I love thee doth much excuse thy appertaining rage. To such a greeting, villain am I none. Therefore, farewell. I see thou knows me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done to me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest, I never injured thee, but I love thee more than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, share my tenders dearly as my own. Be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
Thou wouldest thou have with me? What thou? What wouldest thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Good Mercutio, put that rapier up. Gentlemen, Benvolio, draw, beat down their weapons. Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. The prince expressly hath forbidden men dying in the streets of Verona. Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio.
Come, sir, your passado. I am hurt.
What? Art thou hurt?
A scratch, Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, good woman, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as the well, nor so wide as the church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me from health, Benvolio, or I shall face it.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
This day's black fate more days doth depend. This but begins the woe that others must end. Line.
I don't even know where you are. Did you guys just skip? What was the last thing you said?
Okay, stab. Yeah.
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal wound in my behalf, my reputation stained by Tybalt's slander.
Tybalt died an
Oh, Romeo. Brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds.
This day's black fate more days doth depend. This but begins the woe that others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Line.
Alive.
Alive in triumph, Mercutio slain.
Away to heaven.
Away to heaven. Wait, lines are cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go. So what is it?
Tybalt.
Oh, it's me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Thou wretched boy, that didst consort him here, shout him with him hence.
Away, be gone.
Romeo, away, be gone.
Whoops.
The citizens are up and Tybalt slain.
Stand on amazed.
Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death.
Oh, I'm fortune's fool.
Why?
Why dost thou stay?
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Which way ran he?
That
Lies.
Tybalt,
there lies that Tybalt.
Tybalt, that murderer. Up, sir, go with me. I charge you in the prince's name, obey.
Okay.
Gentle tongue. Fie, you counterfeit, you.
But shall this speech be spent for our excuse, or shall we? Without an apology.
The stairs out of such proximity will have no cupid of hoodwink with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow left, scanning the ladies like a crow keeper, nor, no, without book prologue. Fate must spoke after the prompter for our engines.
But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble souls. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground. I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I need to am pierced with the shaft to soar with flat feathers and so bound. I cannot bound the pitch above dull woe. Through love's heavy burden do I sing.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? Just rough to rude, to brushes, pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down. Give me a case for my visage, a visor for a visor. What care I? What curious eye doth put before me? Here the beetle brow shall blush for me.
And no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me. Let wanton's lighted heart seek of the senseless rushes with their heels. I am perverted, the grandsire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game is never so fair, and I am done.
Tat done's the mass, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we shall draw thee from this reverence love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain like lights by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in the air, once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this mass, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight. So did I.
Well,
what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, as they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been revealed. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in a shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies. Athwart men's noses they lies asleep.
Her wagon spokes are made of long, spider legs. The covers the wings of grasshoppers. The traces of the smallest spider webs. The colors of the moonshines of watery beams.
Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small, gray-coated gnat, no bigger than a little round worm pricked from the lazy finger of the maid. Her chariot, an empty hazelnut, built by the drawn squirrel or old grout.
We not to mind the fairest coachmakers, and in this state she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love.
Or courtiers' knees, who dream on courtiers stray, or lawyers' fingers, who stray dream on fees, or ladies' lips, who stray dream on kisses.
Which oft the angry mad with this place, because with sweet mints that rest tasted Sometimes she gallops over courtiers' noses, and then dreams heaves to suit. And comes she, with this pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose, as he allows to see. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats.
Of breeches, ambassadors, Spanish blades of half 5 fathoms deep, and then anon! Drums in his ears, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened swears a prayer or two.
And sleeps again. This is the very map which plants the mains and then forces in the night, and bakes the elf up with foul sludges heads, which once entangled much mixed sword and bawds.
This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them, learns to first them bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, the gods of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos. And even now, the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This when you talk of blows us from our course. Supper is done and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date. With this night reveals and expires the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But with this hath the syringe of my chorus. Direct my sail, O lustly gentlemen!
Strike, drum!
Scene.
Whoa,
Gentlemen, let her not.
Are you up? Who is it that calls? Is that my lady mother?
Is she not down so late, or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? But if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some more of wit.
Yet let me weep for feeling such a loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Fearing so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Lion. Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
Villain he may be and many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. Yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Ay, madam, from the reach of these hands I might none but venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua where that same banished rugmaid doth live. Shall find him such an unaccustomed charm that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it. That Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find out the means, and I'll find such man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, has sorted out a sudden day of joy, one that thou expects not, nor I look not for.
In a happy time? What day is this?
Marriage, my child. Early next Thursday morning, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the County Paris, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church in Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder if this haste that I must wed, or he should be my husband, comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, that I will not marry. And what I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take you out of here.
That's all.
Begin.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, company. Alone in company still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demises, youthful, nobly lied, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, and to have the wretched puling fool to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young. I pray you, pardon me. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend, and you be not hang, beg, starve, dying in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? O sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Speak not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I am done with thee. O God, O nurse, is there anything, how shall this be prevented?
My husband is on earth.
Oh yeah, my husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again on earth, unless that husband send it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven practices to teach him upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Is thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so fair, so green, so quick an eye as Paris hath.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
Aye, and from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrenceville, to make confession to be absolved.
Marry, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which he had praised him well above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor. Thou in my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Out to the friar to know his remedy. If all is fail, myself the power to die.
Andrew. And we're performing Act 5, Scene 1 from Romeo and Juliet. Ah, me. How sweet is love itself possessed, and what love shadows is so richly joy. Muse from Verona. How now, Balthazar, how doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? Then I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she is well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her mortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in Kendall's vault, and presently took post to tell you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news, since you did leave it for my office, sir.
Give me ink and paper, and hard posters. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
No matter, get thee gone. Well, Juliet, I will lie with you tonight. I do remember an apothecary in hereabouts he dwells, which late noted in tattered reeds with overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meager with his looks. What ho! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man, I see that thou art poor. Hold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a drug of poison. Such soon speeding gear that the life for your taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but man to his law is death to any he that utters them.
The world affords no law to make thee rich, but be not poor, and break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will consent.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. If you have the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold, worth poison to men's souls. There is more murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayest not sell. Come, cordial and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee. Scene.
Go.
Here we go. Yeah. Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But news struck nigh.
I mean, sad hours seem off. Was that my father on the pen so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, in which having makes him short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of the paper where I'm in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
At last, that love whose beat is muffled still, should, without eyes see pathways to his view. This love feel I feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cause I rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why?
Why such is love's transgression?
Why such is love's transgression? Grieves of my own lie heavy in my breath. What is it else? That man is so discreet, a choking gout, and a persevering sweet. Go on like that.
Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I have lost myself. Wait, I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other way.
In sadness, simply tell me who is it that you love.
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why no, but sadly tell me who.
Bid a sick man and sad doth make his will. Line.
Ah, word all urged.
Word all urged. The one that is so ill. And sadness, cousin, as you love one.
I am so near, when I suppose you loved.
A good fair marked man. She is fair, I love.
A fair mark, fair cause, is as soon as hit.
Well, in that hit you miss, she'll not be hit. Like Cupid's arrow, she hath Diane's wit. Right.
And she's rich in beauty.
No, she's rich in beauty, only poor. And when she dies with beauty, dies with store.
Then hath she sworn she will still live chaste.
She is too fair, too wise, well, eyes are too fair. To merit bliss by making me despair, she has forsworn to love. And in that vow, do I live dead to tell it now?
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call her exquisite, and question more. Where may I read? Food, food, life,
Pass.
pass,
That passing fair.
that passing fair. Pharaoh cuss, thou can't teach me how to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Sing.
Tomorrow, sir? Time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I have nothing so dislike as haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind, and even is the course. I like it not.
Moderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have a little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom haste our marriage. But to stop the inundation of her tears. Wine.
Which too much?
Which too much minded by herself alone, and we put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would I know not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes a lady towards my cell.
Happily met my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be wife.
That may be, must be, love on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love you.
So will ye, I am sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be more Christ being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears of God small victory by that, for it was bad enough for their spite.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it. More than tears without blood.
Go.
That is no slander, sir, for which is a truth. And what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at holy leisure?
At leisure, Holy Father.
Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me pensive better now. Sir, we must entreat this time alone.
God, shield I shall disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse him, till then, adieu.
Oh, shut the door when thou hast done so. Come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past hope.
Wait. I already know. Wait, line.
Juliet, I already know.
Juliet, I already know. Thy grief. It hears me. Wait. Line again.
It strains me.
It strains me, cast the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing might prorogue it. Read Thursday next, be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it.
If in thy wisdom.
If in thy wisdom thou
Canst give.
canst give no help,
Do thou but call.
do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help you presently.
Island. Next line, jeez.
Oh, old daughter.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, which craves as desperate an execution as thou would, as thou as desperate as we would attempt. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake something like death to chide away this shame. That copus of death himself, to escape from it. And if thou
Dareth.
darest, I'll give thee remedy.
I'm the nurse.
And I'm Lady Capulet.
And the setting is in Juliet's chamber.
Gentle nurse, I pray, leave me to myself tonight.
What, are you busy? How need you my help?
No, madam, so please you, let me be left alone.
Good night, get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold that fears through my veins, that almost freezes up the heat of life. Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I then be married tomorrow morning? No. No, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is. And yet, methinks it shall not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid in the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? That's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault? Line.
And there dies.
And there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a red-pierced point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Find them out whose names are here writ. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and the tailor with his last, and the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must learn in good time. Tough man, one fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy and be holp by backward turning. One grief cures another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
Where broken the shin?
Why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound where the madman is. Shoved in prison without my food. Whipped and tortured today. God damn the fellow.
God, you godden. I pray, sir, can you read?
I, my own fortune, my misery.
Line?
Perhaps you have learned without books.
Perhaps you've learned it without books. I pray, sir, can you read? Anything you see?
I know the letters and language.
You say honestly, rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters. Count Yaslami and his beauteous sisters. The lady widow of Vitruvio. Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces. Michael Capulet, his wife and daughters. My fair niece Rosalind. Livia. Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt. Lucio and the lively Helena. Fair assembly, whither should they come? Whither?
To my house. To supper, to our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you not be of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine, and rest you merry. At this same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest. Line?
With all the admired beauties of Verona.
With all the admired beauties of Verona. Line?
Go thinner and the untainted eye.
Oh, go thither with untainted eye. And see that some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
What the devout religion mine eyes may taste as false as tears fires, and those who often drunk can never die, just where her lips be burst for liars. One fair to my love, the all-seeing sun, near match since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye, and let from those crystal scales be weighed your lady's love against some other maid. That I will show you shining at this feast, what she scant shows well, what now shows best.
I'll go along, no such sights be shown, but rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Scene.
We're doing 3, Scene 5.
And I'm Lady Capulet.
And I'm Juliet.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? My unaccustomed cause procures her hither.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldn't not make him live. Therefore, have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep in the feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feelings of the loss cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, the friend that you weep for,
Not so much for his death.
not so much for his death. As that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. I'll send to one in Mantua where that same banished renegade doth live. So give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, madam, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart for kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out what a man to bear poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him name that cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Scene.
He jested scars that have not felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window brings? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It is my lady, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. The brightness of her cheek would shame stars. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I could touch that cheek. She speaks! Speak again, bright angel, for thou art glorious this night.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse the name, or I will no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
Deny thy father and refuse thy name, deny thy father and refuse the name. Once Montague, it is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Will be some other name. What's a name? That which we call rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man thus discreet knight so stumblest upon my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee, who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if he me dislike.
Line. The orchard walls are high and hard to climb. If any of my kinsmen find me here.
With love's light wings that it will approach these walls. For the stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril than I, than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou this place?
By love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore on the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Dost thou love me? I know that will say I, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou pronounce blind. Oh, gentle Romeo, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear, but if thou shalt swear, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Blind love. Do not swear. Do not swear, but. Do not swear, but.
Well, do not swear.
Well, do not swear. Although I do joy in thee, I do not joy in the contrast of the moon. It is too rash, too undevised, too sudden.
Oh, will that leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction can thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I already, blind. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and I would if it were to be given again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
My love is deep. My love is deep. The more I give, the more I have, the more I give to thee. The more I have, the more I give to thee. I hear some noise within, dear love. Adieu.
Oh, blessed night, I am afeard. Being a night, all this is but a dream.
Oh, Romeo, 3 words. Line.
3 words, dear Romeo.
3 words, dear Romeo. Good night indeed. If thou dost love me, propose marriage, and I will send for thee.
Madam.
I come anon, but if I come anon, but if thou dost not mean it, then I do beseech thee.
Madam.
By and by I come. If thou cannot have mine,
To cease thy suit.
to cease thy suit and leave me to my fate.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy life. Love goes toward love, as schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy loads.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our seed, where ancient grudge breaks new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventurous, piteous overthrows do with their death bear their parents' strife. The fearful passage of death mark love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's age naught could remove. Is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which, if in patient ears you attend, what here shall miss, our toil so strive to mend.
Gregory, on my word, will not carry poles.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and if we be in collar, we'll draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague shall move me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague's.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust its maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us the men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant when I have fought with the men. I will be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids or their maid heads. Take in whatever since thou wilt.
They must take it in since that feeling.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand. 'Tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well there are not fish. If thou hast been cordial. Draw thy tool. Here comes to the house of the Montague.
Coral, I will back thee.
How?
Give up to the down.
How? Turn thy back in the mud?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let them begin. Let us take them on our sides.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they dare it.
You bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
You bite your thumb at us, sir.
Is the law on our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir. No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good as man as you.
No better?
Well, sir.
Say better, here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be men. Gregory, remember that squashing blow.
Hard fools, put up your swords. You know not what you do.
What art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn Benvolio and face thy death.
I do but keep thy peace. Put up thy sword, or man should depart these men.
What drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues and thee. Have it thee, coward.
Clubs, bills, partisans, strike, beat them down, down with the Capulets, down with the Montague. What noise? Give me my longsword, ho!
A crutch, why call thee for a sword?
My sword, I say. Old Montague has come, he flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Mine?
Thou villain Capulet.
Thou villain Capulet, hold me not, let me go. Thou shalt not stir 1 foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. Line.
Will they not hear?
Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts! Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moving prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by the old Capulet and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments to wield old partisans in hands as old. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Line.
For this time.
For this time all men depart away. You, Capulet, shall come with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon. Line.
To Old Free Town.
To Old Free Town, with further pleasure in this case.
Our common judgment place.
Our common judgment place.
Once more.
Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Many a morning hath he there been seen with tears. Line. Speak, nephew. Speak, nephew. Line.
Were you by when it began?
Were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours, close fighting here did I approach. I drew apart them, and in the instant came the fiery Tybalt, sword prepared, and who, swung about his head, cut the winds, whom nothing hurt without, hissed him in scorn. As we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, who fought on part and part, till the princess and king parted in her part.
Oh, Romeo, saw him you today. Right glad I am he was not in this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath a grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from the city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, pursuing my humor, not pursuing his. Wait, nope. I judged his affections by my own, but which then most sought to where most might not be found, being one too many by my weary self. Pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen with tears, augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds, more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed. Away from light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself. locks his windows, shuts fair daylight out, and creates himself an artificial night. Black and pretentious must assume approve until good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of it.
See?
Three, Act 3, Scene 5.
And I'm Juliet.
I'm Capulet.
And I'm Lady Capulet.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late, or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, will you wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore, some have done, some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for?
Feeling so the loss cannot choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for the death, as which the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and may he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor and murderer lives.
I, from the reaches of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, and weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that banished renegade thou lived. Shall send him such an unaccustomed drawing that he will soon keep Tybalt company. Then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart in kinsman's vexed? Madam, if you could find but a man to bear poison, I'd temper it, so that Romeo, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors him, to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body which slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. Now I bring thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes in such a needy time. What are they, beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one to bring thee from thy heaviness, has set aside a day of joy. I expected not, nor and looked not for.
In happy time, what day is this?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, to the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county Paris, at St. Peter's Church, will happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at his haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father that I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he takes about your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains down rain. How now, a conduit girl, what still in tears? Evermore showering? In one little body thy counterfeits of bark, a sea, a wind. For still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark, thy body, is sailing on that salt flood. The seas, thy winds, who raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft! Take me with you, wife. How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed? Unworthy is she that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud I can never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate which is meant love.
How now? Chopped logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds. But feel your fine joints gainst Thursday next, to go with Paris St. Peter's Church, or I'll drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, green carrion sickness, out, you baggage, you tallow face.
Fie, what are you, mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Out, you baggage, you tallow face. Wait, line?
Hang thee, you young baggage.
Oh, hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and we have a curse in having her. Out on her hill beam.
The
clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. But she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? The news beside it tell me verily. If not, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
I would thou had my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray, speak, good nurse, speak.
Haste, do it, haste. Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Stay either, and I'll save the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
You have made a simple choice. You have not had to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they're past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him is gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. But since we have our marriage, what of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It beats as it would fall into 20 pieces. Oh, my back, my back. Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
I think I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is with him, or should she be? How oddly thou repliest, your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here, such coil, come. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a husband to make you wife. Now comes the wanton blood in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church, I must another way, to fetch a ladder by which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it's dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go! All to dinner, hie to the cell.
Hie to high fortune, honest nurse. Farewell.
Here you go.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners in the neighbor's stained steel. Will they not hear what ho, you men, you beasts, that quench fire the pernicious rage, purple fountains issuing from their veins? Throw your mistempered weapon, to pain the torch with those bloodied their hands, throw your mistempered weapons on the ground and hear a sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by the old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hand as old, cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit peace.
For this time.
For this time, all the rest depart. You, Capulet, go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon. To know our further pleasure in this case, to old Freetown our common judgment place, once again, to pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel into a broach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them, and thence they came, the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance to my ears. He swung about his head and cut with the winds, who nothing heard withal, hasted him in scorn. While we were interchanging trusts and blows, came more and more and fought from part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo?
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from the city side, sorely walking did I see your son, toward him in my maid, but he was ware of me, and stolen to the covert of the wood. I'm measuring his affections by my own, that most are busy when they're most alone. And pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunning who gladly fled from it.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtain from Aurora's bed. Away from the light steals home my heavy son. In private chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and pretentious must his humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know of it nor can learn of him,
Have you importuned him by any means?
both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself. I will not say how true, but to himself, so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery,
As is the bud.
as is the bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun.
Could we but learn?
Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, it would gladly give cure as no. Come, madam, us away.
Good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
But noon struck 9.
I mean, sad hours and hours. Was that my father without my hand so fast?
It was. But sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which I have looking for.
In love? In love?
In love?
Out
Of love?
out of favor, I'm in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in its view should be so tyrannous and rough and cruel.
Oh me,
Where shall we dine?
where shall we dine? Oh me, what frail was here? And tell me not, for I have heard it all. There's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh broadening love, oh loving hate, oh anything or nothing first created.
Oh, heavy lightness.
Oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of ghostly forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, oh fire sick health, dost thou not laugh?
No cause I rather weep.
Good heart at what?
Thy good heart's oppression.
Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, when thou wilt propagate to high oppressed. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own.
Wait,
Farewell, my
no, with more of thine.
what's the word then? Yeah. Farewell, my cousin.
Soft, I will go along. If you leave me so, you give me wrong.
It's not Romeo, he's some other boy.
And tell me in sadness who is that you love.
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no? But sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I am so near, and I suppose you love.
I'm so near when I suppose you love.
All right, good mark, man, and she's fair, I love.
A right fair mark, fair cause, as soon as hit.
Well, in that he be missed. She shall not be hit with Cupid's arrow. From love's childish foe she
She
lives.
hath Diane's wit.
She hath Diane's wit. From love's childish foe she lives unharmed. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor. That when she dies with beauty dies restored.
She hath sworn to live in chase.
She hath, and in that sparring makes huge waste. Her beauty starved with that severity cuts off beauty from all prosperity. Oh, she is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair. No, I live dead to tell her now.
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty into thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Where may I read who passed that passing fair? Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
And I will pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Sing.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new unity, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. Whole misadventures, piteous overthrows, do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and continuous of their parents' rage, which to but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, to which if you the patient ears attend, what shall here miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Gregory, oh my word, will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we being collar will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
The dog of the house among these moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou movest, thou runnest away.
The dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid among yous.
That shows a weak slave, for the weakest slaves go to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust from the wall. Therefore, I will push one of these men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one, I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with men, I will be cruel with maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in the sense thou feel it.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand, and 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
If thou art not fish, if thou hast been poor John. Draw thy tool, here comes to us the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out, quarrel, I will back thee.
Ha, no.
Turn thy back and run.
How, turn thy back and run?
Hear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides, let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my tongue at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better, and here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be met. Gregory, remember thy swashing blow.
Heart fools, put up your swords. You know now what you do.
What, art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword or manage it to part these men with me.
What? John, talk of peace. I hate the word. I hate as hell all Montagues and thee. Have thee, coward. Who set this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here with the servants of your adversary, and yours close fighting ere I did approach, I drew to part them in the instant came, the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt with all his timid scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, he came more and more and fought in part and part, till the prince came and parted either part.
Oh, where's Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at the spray.
Madam, an hour before the warship sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind draped me to walk abroad. So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the cover of the wood. I, measuring his affection by my own, that most are busied when they're most alone, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned, gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds, more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chambers, pens himself, shuts up the windows, and locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and pretentious must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know of it nor can learn.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he is on affection's counselor, is to himself I will not say how true. But to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding in discovery, as is the bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence sorrows grow, we put as willing to give curious no. See.
All right.